The start of the year is really busy for ladies who join me on my menopause transformation. I've got my Transform Me sale going on, and so many women are joining me, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to work with them to help them understand that what we're trying to achieve as they come through the menopause transition is really to try and help the body to rebalance. Because menopause, as you know, is a time of hormonal change, a lot of other changes as well, not just hormonal. And what I draw attention to is the fact that there's a lot of changes going on around the body, particularly in the gut. It's a time of life whereby a lot of women have gut health problems. It doesn't matter whether they're on hormone replacement therapy or not. And many of them that come to me are still struggling with their sleep. And this sleep is really, really important, because if we're not sleeping, then it makes, for challenges as we go into our post-menopause years. And this is a real issue for many, many women, particularly those women who are already in post-menopause and are still not sleeping. Sleep is the foundation to get right. And I had a Zoom call with practitioners from around the world this week, and it's really fascinating to talk to them about what they're seeing with ladies who they are coaching, midlife women and older women. And this issue of sleep keeps coming up. So I thought I would just, do this little video for you, because it's such an important factor to help the body to rebalance. And what we're trying to rebalance is this axis. Women have got an axis from the pituitary to the thyroid to the adrenal glands right down to the ovaries. And this axis is a hormonal and nervous system pathway, and all of these chemical hormones talk to each other. So as we come through menopause, it makes sense that other hormones are getting out of balance. But there's also changes to the organs, and that's what a lot of women don't understand, is that despite what they're doing in terms of their medications with their physicians, and that's a subject that's between a woman and her doctor in terms of whether she's on hormone replacement therapy or not. I'm very clear on that, because there is a lot of women who have some risk or who can't take HRT or are at risk for breast cancer and all sorts of things. So these are the factors that we have to take into account. My interest is lifestyle and lifestyle science, because what I want to do is balance up the discussion around the menopause transition. So what we want to do is we want to understand the foods and the nutrients that are really important to help our sleep. And one of these foods that I'm always talking about in my own programs is actually rice. And I've got some brown rice mixed with red rice here. You can see some of the red rice. I just mix it up together. And the reason that I focus on this as a grain, there's obviously other grains, but red rice is really high in magnesium. And we want to have magnesium. We know it's in a lot of supplements, and many of you will be taking it. Doesn't matter what type of magnesium you take it. I've got a lot of evidence and research to show that as long as we're getting magnesium into us, and preferably through real food. So this is what our gut recognizes. And if we can get some red rice into red rice and brown rice into us, then around about 100 grams gives us of rice gives us around over about 100 to 120 milligrams of magnesium. Now, we only need 400 milligrams of magnesium a day, but why I like rice, particularly a little bit at night for dinner, is, and not too much, everyone's kind of afraid of carbohydrates at the moment, but we have to think about the foods that are going to help our sleep. And if you're not losing weight, then you've got to be able to sleep, because that's the critical thing with sleep. And it's the first module that I put women on when they come onto my program. And so what we want to do is we want to have foods that improve magnesium and also improve tryptophan. And tryptophan is a type of protein. It's in rice, it's in brown and red rice. And tryptophan is absorbed in the small intestine, and it helps to make our mood hormones, serotonin and dopamine, and also melatonin. But coming back to magnesium, why we want magnesium is because magnesium helps to slow down the brain waves. And if you're someone who wakes up in the night and you've got a really busy brain and you're thinking about, all sorts of things, from world problems to family problems to, personal relationship problems to work problems, you know what it's like. We all have all sorts of things going through our mind. Then I want you to think about the types of foods that will actually help to dampen down this excitability of the nerves. And that's what it's called in physiology, nerve excitability. And when we have magnesium, it helps to produce a compound called GABA. And that's like an inhibitory influence on your nervous system. So that's part of our solutions in terms of trying to, have the right foods that help with sleep. Another food to have at the start of the day, and you've heard me go on about this before, is our oats. Again, not as much magnesium as rice, but certainly it has beta-glucans, which help with reducing cholesterol and certainly helping with estrogen clearance, excess estrogen clearance, particularly for those of you who are overweight. And we can add some yogurt to this and certainly get some calcium. So calcium and magnesium work together in terms of balancing up our nervous system. So if you're not sleeping, if you have a really busy brain overnight, you're waking up, you might be getting off to sleep, but then waking up and your brain keeps you awake because you're thinking about all sorts of things. Then think about the types of foods that will be really helpful to you. And if you're not sure about those foods, then, come on to the My Menopause Transformation Program. The Transform Me Weight Loss Program is on sale until the end of January. It's my privilege to support you. It's a 12-week online program. You don't even have to connect with me if you don't want to. You can just do the program. And I teach you through the webinars as to why we need to change certain aspects of our lifestyle as we come through. And then most importantly, I teach you what to do as well. There's a fabulous coaching community that I'm in, and certainly, thousands of women are in there. And you can ask your questions in there as well, or email me personally. I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet from My Menopause Transformation. I've been doing this for 10 years now. I've heard and seen every problem when it comes to menopause. I've also got practitioner training. I started my course on that this week, and it's fabulous to meet practitioners who are also interested in lifestyle science and the menopause transition. It's a really important part of our life cycle. I didn't realize how important it was when I came through perimenopause and into menopause, put on a lot of weight, wasn't sleeping, certainly lots of hot flushes that kept returning no matter when I was on HRT. And it really was because I didn't get the foundations right. And if we can get the foundations right, then it can step us into our healthy aging years ahead. So come and join me, My Menopause Transformation. I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet. I'm not a medical doctor. My doctorate is in my PhD, which was on women's healthy aging. And over the past 10 years, I have turned that knowledge into how-to programs for lifestyle programs for women to really understand how they can make a few lifestyle changes and really get on top of their health as they come through this really, really important stage of life. So I hope you can go to the website. I hope you can visit the Facebook page, and I hope that you can find some of my videos on YouTube as well.